Hwang Asset Management is the fastest growing and only independent investment management house in Malaysia's top 5, with an excess of 30 billion ringgit in assets under management. Over the years, the company built its business by catering to the needs of its clients in the right markets and at the same time offering insights and opportunities. Over time, the circle grew in size and confidence, and today it has more than 55,000 individual, corporate and institutional clients. This week, Tribute to GLCs speaks to the man behind it all on Affin Hwang's amazing journey.
Hello, I'm Rosmani Samdali and welcome to Tribute to GLCs, a show where we will be showcasing government-linked companies, GLCs, and their contribution to Malaysians in general. Now, Affin Hwang Asset Management Berhad is an independently managed bank-backed asset management firm that started its roots in 2001, serving the needs of corporate institutions, pension funds, GLCs, high net worth individuals, and the mass affluent market. Hwang DBS Investment Management Berhad, the group's former flagship entity in the fund management industry, launched its first unit trust fund, the Hwang DBS Select Opportunity Fund, on 7 September 2001. Let's take a look at their achievements thus far.
Affin Hwang Asset Management has built their business on one simple principle, which is trust.
The only way we can convince them over time is that we prove to the marketplace that we are not just about managing other people's money. We are passionate about trying to grow their wealth with us over time.
With an assurance to remain transparent and honest through good and tough markets, and committed to deliver positive and absolute performance without taking excessive risks, Affin Hwang Asset Management aims to provide their investors with opportunities to multiplying their assets. Premised on delivering absolute return performance is Affin Hwang Management's philosophy. Here is where absolute return performance is defined as delivering positive performance through various market conditions and not merely outperforming the benchmark. This basic investment principle and Affin Hwang Asset Management's unconstrained, long-only active management style in their investment portfolios has resulted to a double-digit growth rate from 20 million ringgit when it started business in 2001 to 31 billion ringgit today.
So I came on board in January 2001, and that was the start of the journey. I tried during the first year, it was very tough, but we grew. Now 14 years later, as I look back, we started off with 20 million of assets.
Affin Hwang Asset Management caters to the growing affluence and sophistication of the investing community across all client segments.
We have with us today Teng Chee Wai, the Managing Director of Affin Hwang Asset Management Berhad. Welcome to the show, Teng.
Thank you.
Well, Teng, you have been with the company since its inception and have remarkably built the assets under management of the company in excess of, 30 billion ringgit today. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, since the acquisition of Affin Holdings in 2001, what has your experience been in transitioning from a non-GLC environment into a GLC environment, especially in times of great market volatility?
I guess at the point when we when the merger was first announced, we knew it would not be an easy merger. One would understand with Hwang DBS, it was a different culture. With Affin, it's a completely different culture. We are merging different cultures together. How do you bring them together? Together with the management of Affin, we decided we want to retain the strengths of both entities. In Affin, it's about discipline. The process is a lot more process-driven. It's a lot more discipline in their approach. With Hwang, it's all about entrepreneurship. It's all about about doing the business and growing it in a rapid form.
Okay.
So for us, is when we came to the merger of this at the juncture 2 years ago, we said let's put together some of the strength of the two different entities, and let's emphasize on the strength and let's build on the strength And that's what we have done. And interestingly, in the asset management side of the business, since the merger was first announced until today, it's probably come to about 2.5 years or so. We have not lost a significant number of our staff. Most of our staff who matters to the business continue to stay back, transiting from a non-GLC to a GLC firm, and they stay back to basically continue to the business. So for them, it wasn't a big adjustment because I think the shareholders that came through decided that let's keep the strength of the entities.
So it was very seamless.
It was relatively seamless for us.
So what is your view? I mean, the perception, you have moved from a non-GLC to a GLC. Now, the perception, general perception is being a GLC or being in a GLC environment makes it easier for your company to win mandates.
How I wish it's that simple. The reality, I must say to the public that the pension fund of Malaysia, whether it's the big ones, whether it's EPF or Co-op, I think they have also changed over the years. They have demand from the external managers who are providing services to them, accountability, performance. It's no longer about us as one entity is happen to be close to a certain personality or we are GLC servicing them, we get preferential treatment. Yes, being a GLC helps us to get through the door, maybe one leg through the door. But in order to get ourselves fully through the door, we have to deliver. I think that's really the reality that we face in the asset management industry. And as Securities Commission opened up the industry for competition with new foreign players coming in, I think the decision taken by the pension funds is to push the local industry to be even more competitive and open up for competition. And by insisting that performance matters, and we have to deliver our performance if we want to stay in the game.
Okay, you're talking about delivering. What are the major challenges that you face, when you in building the assets under management size of the company?
I guess the key challenge in the business really is about retaining people within Malaysia. We have constantly believed that for us to grow this business, we need talents, we need people.
Of course.
And the reality of the truth is that we lose talents to different countries that are our neighboring countries, partly because compensation is a lot more competitive in those countries, and opportunities seems to be even better in those countries. So for us, really, the challenge is how do we convince, as we train up a pool of talents in the industry, to stay on and journey on their career in Malaysia. To us, there's a constant challenge. And to overcome that, one of the things we have decided to do is continue to train a bigger pool. Even if you lose one or two, but there's still a much bigger pool for us to tap upon.
Yes, well, we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll be talking more about Affin Hwang Asset Management and, of course, the talent pool and Teng Chee Wai's personal journey in taking the company to great heights. Stay with us. Welcome back to Tribute to GLCs. Now, Teng Chee Wai is the Managing Director of Affin Hwang Asset Management Berhad. With over 20 years' experience in the asset management industry, Teng is responsible for managing the overall asset management business, comprising both conventional and Sharia-compliant businesses. Let's take a quick look at his personal journey.
Integrity, teamwork, excellence are the three key values instilled not just in business, but also in life for the Chief Executive Officer and Executive Director of Affin Hwang Asset Management Berhad, Teng Chee Wai. Teng's strategy to move into the future of tough investment cycles is pretty simple. Extra focus on quality stocks, invest in companies with good management and business prospects. For over 20 years, Teng has managed money and feels at home with the ups and downs of the ever-changing global stock markets. Various crises through the past 20 years have taught him to be bullish and stronger. The fragile and volatile economy globally that greatly affects his career and life has no effect on his optimism. As the founder of Affin Hwang Asset Management Berhad, Teng takes on the hands-on approach and manages the overall business and strategic direction, as well as the management of the investment team. Teng has vast experience in investment management, and his area of expertise is in managing absolute return mandates for insurance assets and investment-linked funds in both Singapore and Malaysia. With a postgraduate diploma in actuarial studies from City University in London and is a Bachelor of Science graduate from the National University of Singapore, Teng began his career in the financial industry as an investment manager at NTUC Income in Singapore. Prior to Affin Hwang Asset Management, he was the Assistant General Manager of Investment at Overseas Assurance Corporation and was responsible for the investment function of the company.
If you just tuned in, we welcome to Tribute to GLCs, where we were talking to Teng Chee Wai, the Managing Director of Affin Hwang Asset Management Berhad. Now, Teng, in the short video, we saw that your hands-on approach sees you being actively involved, in investments, product development, and of course, marketing of the company. Can you elaborate more on your hands-on approach to investing?
I guess to run the business well, you have to know what matters to the business. Key to our business is all about investments, right? If you cannot deliver return to our clients, then we shouldn't be in the business. That's always my philosophy to all my investment personnel that works with me. Clients pay us money to manage their money. And if we cannot deliver an absolute return, some positive return, over a reasonable time horizon, then we shouldn't be in the business. For equity investments, we always guide our clients a 10 to 12% return over a 3-year rolling. For fixed income, is 5 to 6% per annum over 3-year rolling. And the mixed assets is just going to be that range. And we are very realistic. If you have clients or prospect that walks to me and say, I want 20% return per annum, I tell them, I can't deliver. And if you can find one, please tell me, I will give you money also. Because it's impossible to deliver high returns in today's environment. The other part that matters to the business is all about coming out with products that matters to investors. I spend my time really to go through product roadmap, to think through product strategy with the team. And to me, that's again a very important part of the entire business that we have. I'm fortunate that I have a good team of people with me. And really, this business, if I can get very good talents working for me, it makes my job easier. And that's what my task is there in terms of building up the business.
Okay, when you talked about the clients and being transparent with your clients, you of course have won their trust. How do you build this trust among your clients?
Trust can only build over time. You can't walk to a person and say, give me trust. It's impossible. It can only be tested over time. But unfortunately, trust can also be broken over a very short period of time and little things that happen. We took great pains to ensure that trust that client given to us is well preserved. It's something that we work towards. The big policy within the firm, among all the seniors guys that sit around to run the business, we asked ourselves what's most important to us. In fact, we finally concluded what is most important to Affin Hwang Asset Management is client interest come first. And that is important to us because whatever happens, whatever decision that we have to make on a day-to-day basis, it will be benchmarked to that particular statement.
Of course.
Client interest come first. And we can live up to that statement, whether it's in investments, it's in sales, it's in products, in operation, backroom, or compliance. We will, over time, definitely win our clients' trust.
Okay, wonderful.
We spend, I can tell you endless of stories what we do to keep our clients' interest. And sometimes I ask myself, is this really the best way to do things? And I say to myself, no, we have no choice. For instance, sometimes when we have decisions we made and there were some mistakes made on some of those decisions for the client's portfolio. And if the mistakes made and resulted in client's portfolio making money, we said, okay, let the clients keep the money. And if the decisions made and the clients lost money, we said, oh, we have to pay up for the client's losses. I say it's the most stupid business to do, but that's what we do. We go beyond the core of duty to ensure that our clients' money is well managed, and our client interest is foremost at our mind.
Okay. Then your company's motto, outthink, outperform. Can you elaborate on that?
The outthink, outperform is all about blending, as I said earlier at in the show, the two different cultures. Putting in, being pioneering in nature, being entrepreneur in nature, that's part of the Hwang. And at the part of Affin is about discipline and collaboration, putting them together. And together, putting these strengths together, we want to then create a culture where the team delivers services and product that can go beyond our client expectation. Okay. That's why we call ourselves outthink and outperform.
Outthink, outperform. Wonderful. Let's take another short break. When we return, we'll be revealing the company's secret of success thus far and the route it plans to take in the future. Stay with us. Welcome back to Tribute to GLCs with Teng Chee Wai, the Managing Director of Affin Hwang Asset Management, Berhad. Now, Teng, earlier in the show, you said that Affin Hwang takes a long-term view on investments, actually over a 3-year rolling basis. Now, with the current volatility in the market, what is your advice to investors?
You know, in the current environment, you have to recognize a few things. Number one, interest rates are at all-time low, zero in most developed markets. Number two, the economic growth is very uneven post-2008. As such, what we are seeing is very short cycles. Take 2015, for instance. We had a good markets from January all the way to May. Then suddenly, issues surfaced in China. The market took a tumble from the month of June all the way to September. Today, as I speak, the market seems to be okay again. Things are back, and risk on is back again. The way I approach the market in this environment is very simple. I spend a third of my time looking at strategic sectors. Sectors that can grow regardless of really the environment. Not so much even, but there is a structural growth to them. What do I mean? If you look at infrastructure in Indonesia, it's very clear that the government needs to build the infrastructure, whether it's ports or whether it's rail, and that segment of the industry will continue to grow over time. Or e-commerce in China, there are clear trends that will grow at certain pace, and if you are wrong on timing, you are very sure over time you will be rewarded with earnings that they can sustain the price. Another segment that I focus on is on dividend. Bear in mind these days, yield will play a big part on your return because global growth is weak. And I spend a third of my time searching out for sustainable dividend stocks. More than sustainable, if they can still grow those dividends by certain growth rates, they are all worth investing. Okay. Cash flows are important. And the last block of the portfolio is on trading. Because of the short-term nature of the market, we trade a bit of the markets.
Okay, and of course your company has won numerous accolades and its funds have been highly rated for their outperformance. So let's talk about your company's secret. What is your company's secret thus far?
There's no really clear secrets to the business. This business is quite a people-related business. It's all about, as I said earlier, retaining talent. It's all about getting the people to come together, gel together, believe in the vision, believe in the direction. We have our shared values that we all will share together, and we make it a point. Everyone that comes through the company, I have a personal meeting with them. Wow. I personally shared with them our journey. I personally shared with them our values. And I personally shared with them what I expect of them when they join our business. And we make it known that this is how we want to grow it. And because of that, you find that once people work for you because of the culture that they liked, then it's not so much then about dollar and cents. They just want to be part of the winning team.
I see.
And that's why I attribute that to one of the biggest reasons of us being very successful. We have a team of people who are very resilient, and they'll be able to fight through the marketplace.
So your biggest asset is, of course, your talent. So what challenges do you face in attracting and retaining talent?
as I said earlier, there are very few. The talent pool in Malaysia is not big enough. We lose a lot of talents to the regional markets, to regional countries, and that's the truth of it. But at the same time, as I build the business, I always tell my shareholders, we aspire. As we continue to roll out products that invest in the region, I aspire that we be able to also compensate over time and be more competitive, not just in Malaysia, but in the region. That's something that I aspire to do over time.
Okay.
It's only possible if we can scale up the business, we have size. That's when we can afford to pay and compete. The other thing we do to really keep our people within the firm is to give them a sense of achievement, give them a sense of participation, give them a sense that they are part of this growing business. And I am one that is well known within the firm to like to delegate my work. I told them, if I can, I don't want to work. I like to enjoy my life. And that's why I like to delegate, and they all take responsibility. And whenever the firm has a success, they share the success of the firm. It's just not me. I'm only the front man to the business. Behind me, there are plenty of them who really contributed towards the success of the business.
Of course, you know, what is the company without its people? So what is your aspiration for the company?
We maintain that Affin Hwang Asset Management wants to be the distinguished fund management company of Malaysia. What is distinguished? Distinguished means whenever any visitors come through Malaysia, whenever there are competitors talking about the industry, they talk about Affin Hwang Asset Management. And when I talk about distinguished, I'm not only talking about being distinguished to the clients, but even to anybody, to regulators. They know of us at Affin Hwang as one that have very good practice, have very good people. I always tell even whether it's my investment team that we want to have the best investment team, to our salespeople, we say we want our best salesperson around, even to our compliance, I always tell them, let's be the best compliance team in the whole industry, so that the industry have issues to refer to, they come to us, and we give them our industry viewpoint. And that's when we become distinguished as a firm. And once we have become distinguished, then the best will always choose to join us.
Wonderful. Well, just listening to you, I'm motivated myself. I hope you do achieve all your aspirations. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure having you here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Well, that wraps up this edition of Tribute to GLCs. For more information on the show, you can log on to astroawani.com. We'll be back same time, same place next week. Till then, I'm Rosmani Samdali. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.